a very warm welcome to the channel Gleamy-Gloomy-Gabs. I am Ayushi and I am here with again a book review on the book Paula Hawkins, The Girl on the Train. So we are going to review this book and let's see is it worth reading or not. So this book, The Girl on the Train, it is a psychological thriller book and it is probably my second psychological thriller novel because the first being Susanna's Seven Husbands by Ruskin Bond. So it is also the debut novel of the author Paula Hawkins and it is now the global bestseller. So while purchasing books for my next reads, I purchased this book, and I knew about this book. I've heard a lot good reviews about this book on the internet, be it Instagram, be it YouTube, social media, each and every platform. So yes, I bought it, and today I read it. I finally read it. So basically this book narrates an incident. It is about an incident, a very tragic incident, which is basically narrated by three women in the book. Primarily, there we have our protagonist Rochelle. I name her. Call her Rochelle. I don't like her. When I read it Rochelle. And many people say Rachel or something. No, for me she is Rochelle. So Rochelle, Anna and Megan Hipple. So okay, beginning with the plot of the book. Rochelle is an alcoholic, lonely, depressed, a divorcee, and she has surrendered herself into alcoholism, which is really very dangerous, and it is going to take a very severe toll on her life. It has already taken a toll on her marriage. This is what she thinks primarily in the book, and then there happens a very reckoning, tragic incident, and of course, in every psychological thriller, mystery thriller, there is a murder happening, and the rest of the book is all about who is the murderer. Now, Rochelle, I would like to again call her Rochelle. So our protagonist Rochelle because of her alcoholism, probably she has this problem called amnesia, where she basically forgets about what happened when she was drunk. Like it's not like that she completely forgets what happened when she was drunk, but the fact is that she isn't able to remind herself what happened which way. So basically it is also written that she sort of blacks out. The event blacks out in her mind and she isn't able to recognize what she did, what she would say and all that. And she also tells in the book that but it is the author who has said that whenever she is drunk, she is completely another woman. She is not the one she is in real life. So which is very important for the book, and which is also very important in the context that one Saturday night she was heavily drunk and she was found on the crime scene where Megan Hipple dies, or she's been brutally murdered. Firstly, she gets missing. She's missing. No one knows where she is, and then we realize that she is no more. She's no more. She's been murdered, and there are a lot of then twists and turns. Talking about the theme of the book, I would like to say that I would like to say that the major, or I would say the most important theme of the book is relationship crisis. Like literally, the relationship crisis it deals with. Be it Tom and Anna, Tom and Rochelle, or Scott and Megan. How, I mean, you can't idolize them. It's like each and every couple in the book, these three couples for reference, Tom and Rochelle in the past, in her past, they are not perfect, and they all are flawed. They all are flawed, and I think this is something I always look for in a book while reading, because human beings, until and unless human beings or the characters are described flawed and messy, you don't resonate with them. So the more messier, the more flawed the character is, the more it is easier it is to believe them, to see or to imagine them around the world you yourself live in. So the theme is addiction. Like, of course, primarily on a surface level it is about alcohol addiction, then it is about dependency. Talking about dependency, I would like to say that Rachel's dependency on, let's say, alcohol, and she's not able to move on in her life because now she's been divorced, and still she wants to get back her love. She, of course, and obviously she loved her husband, but he's not there, so she's not able to move on. So she's also dependent on. So for that reason, she is dependent on alcohol. Coming to Anna, Anna is a character I didn't like that much. I don't like people, however, still, Anna is a character who is excessively dependent on the fact that she has a family and she has a daughter. She has a very caring, sweet-looking, handsome husband, and she endures, she embraces the fact that she has a lovely family, and she, in no matter what, she is not gonna she just wants stability in her life, right? She is very good, she is very well in the current position of her life, having a very beautiful family, and she doesn't want to compromise on anything, and she just wants Rachel, who is most of the time she is horribly, weirdly, and I understand why she does that, but she is targeting her. Anna thinks that Rachel is the biggest problem, you see, and that is fine, okay. But yes, now talking about Megan, I would say that Megan's dependency lies on the fact that she wants to be loved. She wants to be liked by anyone. Now, be it anyone, be it her husband Scott, or anybody. Now, the therapist, the way she seduces the therapist, then her past boyfriend, and then her other affairs. She is the one who is like dependent on sex. Maybe that is the way she is thinking of. What do you call it? To be liked, to be loved. She just loves the fact that she like to. I can say that to live her life, she wants to be lived or loved. I don't know. Okay, so dependency is one such this thing, and abuse, of course. I'll say that none of the characters in the book I found to be non-abusive. No, even Scott was abusive, though he wasn't the killer. He didn't do anything that way, but he was abusive. He was an abusive husband, and then of course Tom also was a manipulative husband. Yes, he manipulates, he lies, and he so smartly lies that you just can't get it. And I think now I'll talk about the plot twists, which are the most important factor in any of the thriller books. Yes, thriller books, psychological thriller books, any kind of mystery novels, right? Plot twist for me, there were 2 points where I felt that, like in the story, where I felt that now this is the biggest plot twist. Yes, turn of the twist. The first one was when Anna realizes, and she gets to know that Tom is lying there in front of her, and she has just caught him. She has just accidentally caught him, and then she's like, "Yeah, what happened?" But then she starts to have a suspicion on him, and that results well. Okay, so that was one such thing, because I remember while reading, before that point, that the stage when Anna is now suspicious of her husband, and she knew about also Megan, वो तो बाद में आता है, so she's very much suspicious about her husband. And before this point, as a reader, I was thinking, like, who could be the murderer, right? Who could be the murderer? It can be the therapist, Dr. Abdick, or her husband, Dr. Scott, or maybe her past boyfriend, or the one, yes, the man in the train who had reddish hair. His character was very suspicious. When it came in the story, and his name is Andy, and he was just helping, just a normal person, walking in the streets, and that's why he just helped her somehow. That's it, for formality. And I was like, bus, only this much. I was thinking that this person is really, his reference has been given so many times. So many times she says that I saw a man, in reddish hair, and in one incident she also gets extremely frightened because of him, and she just in nowhere, like, she just runs away while being in the train. So when it came in the story that he didn't do anything, and I was like, okay, what can I do? Okay, so this was the reddish hair, and or it can be anybody, but I didn't. So when this point came that she realized that he also lies, and he's very smart in telling lies, and then I think I would say the entire my mind is sticking to and jumping back between all the characters that he can be the murderer, or he is probably the murderer, or he is the murderer. It just all combined, and I knew that somehow maybe Tom is the one. So the suspicion, I think, for me, the excitement died there somehow. But I would say that the story was so pacey and so intriguing that I didn't left the book. No, not at all. I just wanted to read and to discover that how does this happen. Okay, so one thing was this, that Anna discovers that Tom may lie, no one knows. And the second was when Rochelle discovers that it wasn't Anna in the car with Tom on Saturday night. It was Megan Hepwell who was murdered. And then I knew that up to Tom is the murderer. So then I think even at this point there were around 50 to 45 pages left in the book. So I was like, now just read it. And to be very honest, this is the thing that I liked about the book the most, that I didn't got bored of it, even if the ending was a bit I would say I expected something. I demanded something more from his character. Being the murderer, he should have been more cruel. His intentions must be more vigorous. There should be I don't know what, but something more than just killing, murdering someone, and then just sitting in his house like anyone. I actually demanded something more from Tom. Paula, if you are listening, I don't know, whatever. I just demanded something more from Tom. But given the fact that it is her debut novel, it was good, and I really enjoyed it. Book stood out for me, I would say. I'll not say that I don't reread books, right? So the experience, in reading the book for the first time, it is something beyond the bar. I was really into the book, and I genuinely enjoyed the book. The thrill, the suspicions, the excitement, the suspense. I really enjoyed the book, and this is what mystery novels are all about, right? You just want to stay excited, and you just want to know what happens at the end page. Who is the murderer? So yes, this was the review, and I would say that I like the book, and I always say that when you read a book, and what hits you, what doesn't hit you, what you like, what you don't like, it is all what matters, and no one else's opinion matters there. No, it is what the book meant for you, and yeah, I just loved the fact, and I also love the fact that I am recording a video, because I don't usually record a video. I finished this book. When did I finish it? Yesterday, no. Day before yesterday in the night, right? It was 12:30 or 40 something, and I just finished the book, and I was like, now only 50 pages are left, and only 2 chapters are left. I am gonna just do it with it. I don't know. I'll finish it, and I did it, and I didn't regret, to be very honest, because it was pacey, and I liked the pace of the book. The language is very simple, and the best part is also that language is simple. Of course, it is not that no jargons are used, not that difficult to read, however. So, and also the font size, just look at this. The version I have, or I would say the print I have, the font size is really very good. So also font size also matters when you are reading a book. If the font size is really very short, it might not, it may bore you, it may, you may feel intimidated by the length of the kind of, the quantity of words on a single page. Suppressed this much, you do get intimidated. I don't know if you get intimidated, but I do get intimidated. But such kind of font size, I really love it. So this book has, this edition especially has 406 pages, and I think I read this book while I was in a very short, I would say a week-long reading slump, and I picked up this book and I read this. And so initially it's always like this. I don't know why am I stretching this, but I just have to talk about it. If you have listened it so far, then just ignore me. I just have to say that when you are 70 pages or 80 pages into a book, then it gets, because you're already there in the book, so then you don't have to look behind and say, I am not listening to it, I am not reading to it or anything. Then you read it, right? You just read it. But the actual problem for any reader is to cover those 80 pages, and I am telling you that in this book I never felt this. No, initially yes, a bit of 2 chapters, but like from the front page, this book sticks you. Okay, I am not exaggerating it, like really. I read it, I would say in 4 to 5 days I read it, and initial 3 days were like reading it only in the night time, So I would just be reading what, 1.5 or 1 to 2 chapters, the chapters, the excerpts. Then I'll be reading it. And then in the last 2 days, I just completed it. I did it from where? So I remember I was on 85th page number, and so this is what I did. This is what I did. What I read in 2 to 3 days, and this is what I did. What I read in the rest 2 days. This is what happens. I don't know why I'm including this as well, but I just wanted to talk about it. I really like the book, and I would recommend this to anyone who wants to read it. And I'll not stop it. I will say that yes, please give it a chance. It is a good suspense novel. However, yes, I agree with the fact that the ending should have become, for sure. Why not? More gripping, or I would say more, with twists and turns, and I mean, again, Tom, who is the major antagonist in the novel, him just being a deceptive, simple, handsome, caring-looking, husband or a man, and being a complete, an extremist, narcissist personality. Apart from these things, it could have been something much more than this. This is what I think. I don't know. I mean, yeah, why not? Why not? I demanded something more from him. I don't know why, but yeah, I demanded it. So yeah, that is the only thing I didn't like about the book. That there should have been something more into it. Yeah. I don't know why the hell am I repeating it, but this is something I didn't like. Otherwise, the book is good. It is very good. I'll recommend it to all. And my best character, my favorite character from the book was Rashad. But I think even more than that, I was feeling that maybe even the therapist, Dr. Iblik, he also had a very, very good, okay, oh my god, he had a good character. And oh my god, 17 minutes video. Bye guys. I don't know what am I doing. Okay, so yeah, I recommend this book. And yeah, I'll meet you in our next video, and probably that video will be again a book review. It will again be a video of a book review, and let's see which book is the next. However, I am reading Rag Dalbari by Srilal Shukla currently, so probably it will be that. Otherwise, it can also be Becoming Michelle Obama. I read it even before this book, and I have not done any kind of book review for it, so maybe I'll talk about that. So yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to my bakwas. I know I may sound weird, I may sound nerd, but the fact is that I just wanted to talk about it. To talk about what I felt in a book, and just to make a video of it, to basically trap it in this wheel of time and just release it on YouTube, because there it stays for always. If I have wasted your time, I'm telling you, I am in advance very sorry, and that's what I can do. I don't know.
ये है गुमराहों का रास्ता, मुस्कानें झूठी हैं, पहचानें झूठी है।